All right, guys, welcome back to another quick analysis video. And guys, I've been enjoying these quick analysis videos for football players during the summer, man, because it's bringing out like another side of me rather than doing the whole reaction videos and just watching stuff, right? Like it's actually making me speak more about football players and be more into analysis, which I really like in football because I'm such a football nerd, right? And just looking at people's stats, looking at like certain players and to how like certain teams target certain players for like manager systems is very interesting, man. So that's one of the things that helps me like also enjoy football. But today it is going to be based on man like Nick Woltemade. I've seen his name being butchered everywhere. Nick Woltemade, bro. I've seen everything, bro. I'm pretty sure his name is pronounced Nick Woltemade, and Newcastle United have signed him from Stuttgart for 71 million pounds, and that's a lot of money. That is a lot of money for a brand new striker. But as you can see right now, the transfer window is close to closing, so that's why it is panic stations, and teams will be charging higher, right? For players that they want to keep. So basically, if a certain player is worth 50 million 2 months ago, and it's like 2 days before the transfer window, and that certain team who've got that player, they can't replace him, so that price tag has to go up. Yesterday's price is not today's price, guys, in the famous words of Fat Joe, right? So let's go right into it, right? With a Nick Woltemade. So this is his profile from Transfer Market. I love Transfer Market. This football's database is absolutely unreal. I can't believe that my friend Kenneth is actually in this as well, bro, because he actually did play football in Estonia, so he's actually in this database, right? And listen, bro, like transfer market is actually the dream. If you guys want to know about player market values, the world's like most like expensive team, please go check it out, right? So Nick Woltemade is gonna be wearing number 27 for Newcastle United, and a lot of people say, oh, he's like Zlatan Ibrahimovic because he's 1.98 meters. I'm pretty sure that's like 6'5", 6'6", right? Listen, just because a guy is a tall striker and has got really good dribbling, it doesn't mean that is Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Nick Woltemade is his own player. Like the style of like play and the template that Nick Woltemade has, I don't think any player plays like him in world football. I've not seen even in previously, like I've been watching football, guys, for 20 years, right? I've not even for 22 years, I've not seen a player like Nick Woltemade, bro. You get what I mean? Because the way like he dribbles, right? It's very awkward, but he beats guys as well, like in a good way. In a good way, man. He's not Zlatan Ibrahimovic once again, because everybody like it's not even everybody. It's like it's like football fans who've seen just like clips of him dribbling, and then it's like, yeah, it's Ibrahimovic, bro. It's generally not. It's generally not, right? So Nick Woltemade, born the 14th of February. Lover boy. This guy is born on Valentine's Day. Once again, 1.98 meters. He is German. Can play attack or secondary striker. His current club is Newcastle, and of course, he's sponsored by Adidas. He is German, of course. Germany is where Adidas is from, right? And this is his goal record from last season, guys. So last season, he played 33 games, scored 17 goals and 3 assists. So that's 20 GA in all competitions. I'm pretty sure that's more than Benjamin Sesko, by the way. I'm pretty sure he's higher than Benjamin Sesko in the goal tallies for the Bundesliga. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure he's above him because I did look at stats like what last the end of last season when the Bundesliga ended. I think like he was ranked fourth, right? But anyway, with Nick Woltemade, I'm pretty sure this is his second time now. He's scored plus 15 goals in all competitions. The last time he did that was 2 years ago for Elversberg, and when he played for Werder Bremen, he rarely featured for them. And I'm pretty sure you are. How many goals did he get for Werder Bremen? Two, because like, once again he barely like featured for them, right? But for Stuttgart, has absolutely been killing it, bro. Like him and Dennis Undav. For me, for the people that don't remember Dennis Undav when it was at Brighton, right? Like at Brighton, like Undav was absolutely unbelievable. Went to join Stuttgart, and I'm pretty sure there was one point where he had more goals than games, bro. That's how good he is, right? And he's a secondary striker to Nick Woltemade. So Undav is actually playing behind Nick Woltemade. Sometimes Sebastian Hoeneß does like to have like a fluid formation where it's changed into like a 3-4-3, a 4-2-3-1, a 4-3-3. So listen, sometimes Nick Woltemade can be a single striker, so sometimes he can play with the two players behind him. So he's very fluid and into how he can play that, right? And speaking of analysis, here it is right there. Shout out to Opta, dude. I love Opta, guys. I love Opta. Without Opta, this show would not exist. Same thing with Sky. Like Sky get their majority of their stats right from Opta because Opta know what they're doing, dude. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like Opta know exactly what they're doing, man. So a shout out to them, right? But anyway, as you can see right now, the percentage of where his position is, of course, it is 66% as striker, right? But I also want you guys to look at the bottom right. Most common for formation positions. So last season, Voltemade, he was featured in a 3-5-2, a 4-2-3-1, and a 4-2-2, and that's 37%. He played with with a striker next to him, and that was, I think it was Undav, and there was also I can never say the guy's name correctly. Demirovic is them something. It's them something, bro. But I can never say his name correctly. And here and of course here it is, guys. So the map of the chances he's created. I want to know, right? This chance here where it's like close to the halfway line. Like, how on earth did he create this chance there? How on earth did he create this chance there, bro? Like, did this guy just shoot from that far out? You get what I mean? Did he just bang it from that far out, bro? So I actually want to see this chance created, right? And there's also one thing that I do want to speak about with Nick Voltemade is because, like, yeah, people can see the dribbling, the freaking link up play, right? But he's one of these like strikers now who've got a high carry percentage, if you get what I mean. Like when you look at Sesko, Ekitike, again, Isak, I know I've mentioned two names that are absolutely forbidden in Newcastle. Forgive me for that, right? But listen, like you see, it's not gonna be it's not gonna be the last time that I mentioned these guys, right? Because there is also a compare matrix that I'm gonna get into, and it's got Ekitike and Izan Isak. Spoiler alert, right? But like these new generation of strikers where they are tall, athletic, and they just like ball carrying. You get what I mean? They're not like an old school striker like Chris Wood is. You never see Chris Wood taking the ball from the halfway line, being about 3-4 guys, either shooting or releasing it, dude. It's not like an old school striker. It's not you don't see those old school strikers like this, right? And once again, if you follow to the right side of this graph, so it says actions following carries. So basically, for an example, he's run with the ball, right? Now at the end of it, either he's gonna pass it or shoot it, right? So shots after ball carrying, 7 goals, 4. So this guy has scored 4 goals, right? From 4 goals out of 7 shots, right? From carrying the ball. So I'm presuming beating multiple guys, right? Chances created 13 from ball carrier, but no assists, and you can see right there. And look, there's one where this guy is literally, guys, like, who is this dude at like the halfway line? Is there somebody shooting at halfway line for Stuttgart? Because there's just literally one there, like that's close to the halfway line, and you're thinking to yourself, like, what the hell, dude? Like, what's he thinking, bro? What's this guy thinking, dude? Like that's actually crazy. That's actually crazy. Maybe his teammates seen the goalkeeper off off his line and has actually tried to freaking chip the goalkeeper. So yeah, man. Like I was looking at that. I was like, did someone actually like try to shoot from there? But anyway, right. So these are his total shots from last season. And I want you guys to pay close attention, right? Especially with the Newcastle fans. So last season he had 46 shots, right? 10 goals. And he only had 1 shot outside of the box. So he's not like a striker who like spamming shots from outside the box. He likes to be inside the box, like first time finishes, sometimes a 2-touch finish. So he's very careful to how he actually uses the ball when he gets close to around that area. And if you can see the types of goals, right, that he scored, so 16 headers. No, the shots that is taken. Sorry, 16 headers, 6 left-footed shots and 24 right-footed shots, mate. You get what I mean? So once so is he, so for a guy again his height, he actually likes using his height to actually win headers and try to score goals with his headers, because there is some strikers out there, guys, who are 6 foot odd that don't like heading the ball, which is crazy. Victor Gyökeres. But anyway, we're gonna move. We're gonna move on still, right? And as for the people that are well initiated with this quick player and analysis or breakdowns, or as like what I like to call it, the layman's freaking breakdowns, where I like to stammer and stutter in front of people, because I like to keep it simple, because I don't go deep into stuff like how your James Olcott's or your Pythagoras in Boots freaking go, like, bro, where they take about 30 minutes, dude, like, where they go deep in depth. For me, I just like to keep it very layered. Level one. Level one. I'm not down at level 30, bro. I'm just out here at level one, just like how normal football fans like to consume football too, man. So listen, bro. And for me, this is my favorite one. This is my favorite part of every breakdown. They heat map. They heat map, bro. It just shows where players tend to be, right? Either are they in position, or are they trying to do something very slick. And for me, like, it's right. Woltemade is a right foot striker. He's a right foot striker, so he likes to get the ball right from the left side. Once again, likes to run in with it from that left side and shoot. Because listen, if he was left footed, that heat map would actually be flipped. In my opinion, you know what I mean. He would receive the ball from the right hand side and then run inwards as well to actually to shoot. So listen, bro, like, even there, like, 1 second, where is it? I think I've lost that page. I think I've lost that page. I think that's the single game. Yeah, that's the single game. I think that's the single game from the Euros, right? But anyway, I'm just gonna move on. I'm just gonna move on, guys. I'm just gonna move on, because I had the page up on SofaScore, but it was a Euros one. It was a Euros one, right? Right. I have gone on Scorecard once again. I like the comparison matrix. So I'm comparing him to other strikers that are in the Premier League, and why not compare him to strikers that were linked to Newcastle and have gone to, of course, different teams, or did play for Newcastle but went to a different teams, right? So as you can see right there, I've I've based this comparison matrix solely on like striker attributes, or what's needed from a striker. I'm not looking for like his interceptions or how many slide tackles he's done, bro. I'm trying to see who's very efficient in the box, or even like outside of the box, like just barely outside the box, right? So the thingy Nick Woltemade played 28 games last season, right? That's the fewest games out of all these guys. Comparing Benjamin Sesko, Ekitike, and Alexander Isak, he's got the highest shot accuracy. Shots on target, Ekitika's got more shots on target, because he has taken more shots, of course. Penalties taken, that's Isak with more penalties taken with 4, right? Goals, Nick Woltemade scored 12 league goals last season, while Benjamin Sesko got 13, Ekitiko got 15, and Alexander Isak got 23. But I'm pretty sure in all competitions, Woltemade had more goal involvements than Sesko in all competitions, because he finished about 17, didn't he? 17. So penalty goals, Woltemade scored 2 penalties, so that's the same as Sesko, but more than Ekitike, and Isak have scored more penalties. Um, conversions, conversions, right? Nick Woltemade has got more conversions than all of them. The pass accuracy, Isak has got the best pass accuracy out of all those guys. Long pass accuracy, that's Ekitike with the most, and then layups, that is also Ekitike with the most. But of course, they're like, all these players are all almost similar, especially Sesko, Woltemade, and Isak. They are in the 40s odd, while Ekitike is on 66. Duels contested, Ekitike, of course, he has got 333 with of course, with more duels contested. That means the take-ons will be, that means the take-ons completed will be higher too. But Sesko has a better take-ons success, while Ekitike has more clearances. And the reason why I also put clearances, guys, is because on corners, You get what I mean? So when like the team that you support is defending corners, that's why I've put it there, because it helps when your 6 foot odd striker can actually win corners and defend corners for you. Ball recoveries, Ekitike has got 87 ball recoveries. While the others, once again, they are very close to with each other, especially Isak and Nick Woltemade. And then touches in the opposition box, it's very high for Ekitike, Isak, and Nick Woltemade, but I think it's Isak with the most touches with 211. And listen, if you guys would have paid attention to my Ekitike breakdown video, you could, even Sky Sports came out of it as well. Like Ekitike and Alexander Isak are very similar. I don't know what's gonna happen with these guys over at Liverpool, because they're very similar strikers, bro. Like for me, if I was a manager, I'll be trying to get two strikers that are two different like styles of play. You get what I mean? I wouldn't go for a striker that's got the same style of play, because when you're trying to do something different on the pitch, or trying to get like a goal in a different way, and you put on the same person that's not really working out. It's just, yeah, it's very confusing, but that's them. But anyway, guys, that is the video. That is the video. Once again, thank you so much if you've stayed so long. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. I am pretty new to this, guys. As you can see, I do have a stammer. I do have a stammer, so that's why if you see me, my eyes rolling at the back of my head, if I'm saying like my mouth sounds like a freaking machine gun, that's why, guys. But I do have a stammer, and if you've stayed so far, right, please comment this. Please comment this below. Nick Volta Messi, bro. Nick Volta Messi, bro. Put that in. Put that in down in the comments below, so I can see you actually stay behind, because I would really appreciate that. I'd really appreciate that. But guys, I will catch you a lot later. Peace.